that we intend to fix this year.
There was an article in the Washington Post that some of the big donors who were invited to some of your inaugural functions were, I think the word they used was shocked by how easy it was to get access to you. And they expressed concerns that not enough was being done to secure you.
I have complete confidence in Secret Service. These guys and gals are unbelievably professional. They know what they're doing, and I basically do what they tell me to do. Now, sometimes I'm the first one to admit that it chafes a little bit being inside this bubble. It's the hardest adjustment of being president, not being able to just take a walk.
I watched you walk down the halls a couple of times, and there's someone in front of you and someone behind you.
That's exactly right. So it's tough, but I have complete confidence in their ability to keep me safe.
There's been a massive peanut butter products recall in this country over the last several weeks. Most of the products traced to one plant down in Georgia that has a bit of a history of sending out products even though there have been traces of salmonella found. The obvious question people want to know, is the FDA doing its job?
Well, I think that the FDA has not been able to catch some of these things as quickly as I expect them to catch. And so we're going to be doing a complete review of FDA operations. At bare minimum, we should be able to count on our government keeping our kids safe when they eat peanut butter. That's what Sasha eats for lunch, probably 3 times a week. And I don't want to have to worry about whether she's going to get sick as a consequence of having her lunch.
That is President Barack Obama coming from the map room at the White House. We're going to have more of our interview with the president coming up in our next half. Let's talk more about our exclusive interview with President Barack Obama. After talking about the economy and national security issues, the president gave me a quick tour of his new home, and then we chatted about making the adjustment to life in the White House. Has there been any surprise in terms of life in the White House? Is something that the White House has you didn't think they had, or doesn't have you thought they did have?
The bowling alley doesn't seem to be improving my game. That's the one
Have you
thing
used
I noticed.
it?
We did. We took the kids down, and I wanted to use the bumpers, but Michelle said, that's all.
It doesn't work? You had the gutters at least? That's good. That's good to know. You're not cheating in bowling, good. You're playing horse on the basketball court.
Playing horse on the basketball court. There's a horseshoe pitch out there, so I'm going to have to practice that a little bit.
After 12 days, it's some minuscule amount of time. Are you and Mrs. Obama more or less confident that you can keep a real sense of normalcy in the girls' lives?
I think that we're going to be okay. Look, Malia is 10, so 3 years from now, she's 13. Who knows what happens to teenagers?
Right.
But if there are a pair of kids who can handle this weird fish mold, it's those two.
The president said he spends more time with his daughters now than he has in the past 2 years.
Nobody's cooler than my 2 girls. They just seem to take whatever comes with happiness and steadiness, and they're loving school, they're making friends, and they've already joined some clubs. And Sasha, I think maybe to endear myself to her, she decided she wanted to join a basketball team. So what more could I want?
Are you getting to take part in some of the routines? I was thinking, you've been on the road basically for 2 years, although you got home a lot.
Right.
Now you're all under the same roof, basically for 12 days. Are you there for breakfast? Do you get to read them a story at night, tuck them in bed? How's it going?
It's the best deal of this whole thing is it turns out I've got this nice home office. And at the end of the day, I can come home. Even if I've got more work to do, I can have dinner with them. I can help them with their homework. I can tuck them in. If I've got to go back to the office, I can.
Working long hours, Obama is the first president to use a BlackBerry.
Let's talk about the BlackBerry, all right? You got to keep it.
I did.
Can I see it? Do you have it?
I didn't bring it down here.
No?
No, it's like Inspector Gadget. If you touched it, it might blow up.
But I kind of envision that. It's like Q in the James Bond movie. Did he give you like fingerprint recognition technology or something?
The works. It turns into a car if I have to make a quick getaway.
How many people have that email address?
A handful. Look, there are security issues involved, and so we've got to make sure that I'm not creating a situation where Potentially people can compromise our systems.
But like world leaders, can they contact you on that BlackBerry?
Typically, world leaders are going to be contacting me through the Oval Office. They know how to reach me there.
Sasha and Malia?
Sasha and Malia can always contact me.
Oprah?
Well,
maybe.
No.
You're not going to hook me up, are you?
Matt, do you want one?
No, I want your email address. I want to communicate with you during the game.
I like your son. I might give it to him. I'm not going to give it to you.
Give it to your papa,
he might
okay?
get one.
Let me end on something. Not only did you just become president, obviously that carries a certain amount of fame with it, but you have achieved a certain rock star status outside of that.
Outside of my house.
Yeah, well let me show you. This is the current issue of Us Weekly.
Right.
And here's a great picture of you and Michelle and your daughter. So the reason I bring this up, I think it's funny. It's a great picture.
Yeah.
But I want to show you the cover. Look what they did. They took you off the cover. They cut you out of it.
It's a little hurtful.
You got replaced by Jessica Simpson.
Yeah, who's in a weight battle apparently. Yeah. Oh well.
President Obama, it's a pleasure. Thanks for welcoming us to the White House.
I just need to make a point here. It wasn't President Obama saying that Jessica Simpson has a weight problem. That's what the headline on the magazine said. So he wasn't passing judgment. He was simply reading something off the cover of that magazine. But we thank him very much.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in to Purple City Radio. As you already know, we got control of the airwaves, motherfucker. That's right. Right about now, we're gonna get into this new fly shit. Infamous Aguilar, the Don Bishop. Word, this shit is called Check. And if you ain't got it, check, and need one. Check this.
Purple City Gats in the club. Check. A1 fellas reppin' the set now. Check. 100 bottles of that Rose Chris. Check. 1,000 bottles of that Don P shit. Check. Model chicks ready to fuck now. Check.